Do you think comedy's better today, better 20 years ago, better 40 years ago, or it's good no matter what season it is?
I mean, it's always good. Is it as it's not as free, but neither is humanity.
Free as in what? Like
I mean, just to say whatever you want to say.
I got you, yeah.
And not have to worry about anybody else's feelings because, you know, you watch those roasts from the 70s with Don Rickles and there was racial shit being thrown around and sexual shit and all that stuff, but everybody somehow understood this is just for fun, guys. And now people can't separate reality from fun. Everything has to be somehow steeped in reality. It's like, no, this is real. He said that. He meant it. I'm like, this is not what I meant at all. Like, I give it. One time, my wife got mad at me because I went. You know, I always look at things from the extreme. Here's this. What's the complete opposite? What's the complete antithesis of this? This. That's funny then. So here's what I said. And she got fucking mad as shit at me. And I don't get mad at me now. I'm just telling him the story and meant nothing by it. I was on stage and I said, I'm in a great relationship now. I had a wonderful woman. Everybody starts clapping. I go, you know, I realized the mistake I used to make. I used to go for these, you know, young, hot girls. And who would have known old and ugly was my sweet spot? You know, I was just going with the complete opposite. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm not saying my wife's old and ugly, but I was just trying to be fucking funny. And then when I told her, because I got a big laugh, she hung up on me. I was like, what the fuck happened?
But did you tell her before you were going to tell this joke?
No, I didn't know. I just made it up on the spot.
I got you.
You know, and I was like, oh, this is good. This is good stuff.
I mean, but these are, sometimes I watched, you know, comedians and you know, for me, I see a pastor tells a story about the son and the son hates the dad. Why would you tell a story of me what I did when I was 11 years old? It's a good sermon. I want to give the sermon, right? Yeah. So sometimes I wonder, same thing happens with comedy. One time I'm watching, have you seen Schultz's recent special, Andrew Schultz's recent special?
No, but I love Andrew Schultz.
Freaking ridiculous, this guy.
The kid's amazing.
Oh my God, he tells this about the whole thing that they can't have kids, you know, and he's having a hard time having kids and his wife wants to kind of go through to check. But that was hilarious. And then the other one with Irresponsible Tour with Kevin Hart. I brought Kevin one time to perform at one of our events 6 years ago. He came so flippin' hammered, 2.5 hours late. I thought this guy wasn't going to do the whole thing. But he hits the stage and tells the story about when him and his wife are doing their thing in a bedroom and kids walk in. Mm-hmm. And he breaks down every position, how he says we're playing football. Like literally every position he said, if we're doing this, they come in, hot, go. And he pushes the wife up. You're just watching, like, okay, so, I mean, your kid's going to see that. That's going to be funny as hell. Your wife has to understand she married a comedian. Mm-hmm. You're going to say some stuff on your personal life because you got to draw the stories, right? Yeah. And they have to accept it. Didn't you once perform for King of Jordan?
Well, we're friends. I didn't perform for him.
You didn't?
No, he just wanted to meet up and have dinner, and then we subsequently became friends. And that's been 15, 16 years now we've been friends.
Did you ever do an event? Did you ever go? Never, just friends?
Just had dinner with him a bunch of times, and, you know, he's a really amazing guy. He's a really smart, logical man.
Did he at least pay the bill, or was it?
Oh no, we didn't go to a restaurant. Are you kidding? We'd go to the Palace. That's and literally you're eating like a king. I think the best steak I've ever eaten in my life was he made it for me. As a matter of fact,
get out of here.
Yeah, he has a teppanyaki grill. He cooked it right in front of us. And
what else did you eat? What do you eat in a palace like that?
I don't know, but it was literally. I don't know where they got this. Every time I've eaten with royal people, I understand like. I'm eating dog shit, aren't I? Because these people are eating some good food. Like every single time I've had, like I've been fortunate enough to meet a few different royal people in my life, and every time I eat their food, I'm like, what the fuck am I eating out here that doesn't taste like this? Is amazing.
Who are some of the royal people? Are these like all from the Middle East or?
Pretty much, yeah. There's a lot of the Middle Eastern guys.
Do they get you gifts? Like, do they get you crazy gifts afterwards or no?
Sometimes. I think that's slowed down now.
Yeah, the economy's kind of bad, or you're not going.
I don't know. I've tried. I tried.
So one time I heard Arnold Palmer tell a story. Okay. And Arnold Palmer, the golfer, you know.
Yeah,
he
not
tells
the beverage.
Yeah. No, well, you know, when I first met him at
Arnold Palmer's from Latrobe, Pennsylvania.
Is he?
Yeah, because my other manager, Paulie, is from Latrobe, and that's one of his talking points. He tells Arnold Palmer is from Latrobe.
Well, I would have never known Latrobe, and I probably would have butchered how to pronounce it if you wouldn't have first said Latrobe. I would have said Latrobe.
Yeah.
I would have pronounced it in a different way. Anyway, so Arnold Palmer tells a story. He says, one time I get a call from some sheikh or some king from the Middle East that wants him to go golf, 18 holes. And he says, I just want to watch you. He says, do you want me to do a charity event? No. Do you want me to play against anybody else? No, I just want you to come and do 18 holes. I just want to watch. I love your swing. So I'm like, it's kind of weird. Okay, I'll take the invite. He goes and performs and does his thing. And then afterwards, he's at the hotel. The associates from the sheikh come and they knock on his
Protocol.
door. Hey, just want to let you know, incredible. He's very grateful for the way you did what you did today. Loves your golf game. He wants to give you a gift. Arnold's like, no, I'm okay. Thank you so much. I already appreciate the hospitality. He says, listen, it's an insult if you don't let me go back. He wants a gift. He says, no, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, culturally, you can't say no to us. He would like to get you a gift. He says, I'm a golfer. Maybe get me like a golf club or something like that. Okay, great. And he leaves. He comes back. He says he hands me a deed to a golf club because they thought I said a country club.
Wow.
A country club deed. Can you imagine the amount of wealth? Now, whether this story is accurate or not, I don't know. But it's a phenomenal story.
I could see that being true.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, what kind of crazy?
Because over there, their wealth is so insane. And when you're like, we're not from that part of the world. So if a guy like Rob was like, oh, they want to give you a gift, you're thinking, I don't need another vase. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're thinking. Another fucking crystal fruit bowl. I'm good, you know? And then they show up with these outrageous gifts, you know? One time I was in Saudi Arabia and I said to the hotel, they said, how did you sleep? And I said, I'll be honest, it was literally the most comfortable bed I'd ever slept in my life. I slept amazing. And they go, really, what part? I go, from the pillows to the bed sheets to the blanket. Everything was amazing. I slept so good. I can remember to this day how well I slept in that bed, too. Oh, well, that's great. Thank you so much. We like the feedback. Great. I pack up to leave.
Yeah.
I go to my room. There's a big box. I go, what's this? They go, it's the bedding and all the bed sheets. We're sending it home for you. I'm like, what the fuck?
But that's what you call unreasonable hospitality, or
where it's like, how do you reciprocate this? You know, like, it's just because part of me is like, okay, I appreciate it, but I need to do something back for you now.
When these guys invite you and you go sit down with them, do you kind of feel like they're having dinner with you? Like, okay, make me laugh. Is that how it is, or is it just
no? You make them laugh beforehand,
and then they invite you. And they just want to get to know you.
Yeah,
I got it. Yeah. No, I mean, listen, there's certain places, you know, when you grow up, I don't know if you heard this from your dad, but my dad would say, you think money grows on trees? In the Middle East, I think it does. Some of these places, Saudi Arabia.
It doesn't grow on trees. It grows in the dirt.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of trees there. That makes sense. Anyways, brother, this has been great. I hope, and I'm optimistic, that maybe in the next 3, 6, 12 months, we're going to see Russell Peters in the podcast game.
I think PBD is going to be putting this together for us, guys.
Listen, for the people that are watching, send a list of names and tag him. Let him go back to his 3.9 million followers that he has and see who you recommend him doing it with, because I would love to see a podcast of you coming back up with the amount of depth you have on these different stories. God knows how many. And by the way, you know what the easiest thing is to do? Yeah, Rob.
No, I'm just reading. Made in America. You were born in Iran, made in America?
Yeah. So this lady I was on, I don't know, she's in her, I think she was on.
I like that you just put the Armenian flag but didn't put Armenian.
Because, you know, Apple, I've been asking Tim Cook, give us an Assyrian flag. He hasn't given us an Assyrian flag.
Yeah, is there an Assyrian flag?
There is an Assyrian flag, but not on Apple.
But so the Chaldeans have claimed it?
Chaldeans and Assyrians, they compete. But Assyrians,
but they're the same people.
Yeah, but it's like...
they're both Babylonians.
You know Armenians who compete. One is from Yerevan, one is from Iran, one is from
there's the highest
Lebanon.
Ones, and then there's the others.
Oh, it's a real thing.
I call them the off-brand Armenians.
Which ones?
The any ones that are not Hayastansi.
Was your ex Hayastansi, or was she?
No, from Georgia.
From Georgia.
Yeah.
Interesting.
In these uncertain times, if there's anything we need people to believe the future looks bright. So if you've heard about me saying this mission to you, we're on a mission to get 1 million people to wear this gear, and this is what we're doing. If you buy one of these hats, there's a category of buying one hat, getting the second one free. If you haven't yet worn this gear publicly, go ahead and test it out. Buy some of the gear, wear it in public, and see how many people will stop by and say, you also watch Valuetainment? You also follow PBD Podcast? I do too. Place your order. Go to vtmerch.com, click on the link above or below, place your order, and represent the VT and the PBD Podcast gear.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.